Granite Creek Copper is advancing its Carmax Copper project in the Yukon, 177 square kilometers in the high-grade Minto Copper Belt, which also hosts the high-grade Minto Copper mine to the north. Granite Creek is ticker GCX on the TSX Venture Exchange. President and CEO is Tim Johnson. Tim, welcome to Kitco.
Thank you very much, Michael.
Let's start with the project. What's special about the Carmax project and why did you decide to focus on it?
Well, it's quite a high-grade copper project. I mean, our grade's been around 0.85 to 1%, somewhere in there, so that's quite unique. It's got very good infrastructure. It's close to paved highways, close to hydroelectric power. All the infrastructure's in place. There's a lot of good things going for the project.
After the project, the next question is always about the team. Can you tell us about who's heading up Granite Creek and their track record?
Yeah, so Granite Creek's actually a member of a group of companies. We call it the Metallic Group. And what that does for us, it gives us a much stronger bench than a single junior might have. So each company has a dedicated CEO. I'm the CEO of Granite Creek. And of course, and then we share offices, we share geologists, we share a bunch of teams. So our project manager, Debbie James, even though she's dedicated to our project, she's probably going to do a little bit of work for the other companies and vice versa. So we get a real large brain trust helping us develop all the projects across the group.
Can you talk about some recent highlights, some news that has come out of Granite Creek, Tim?
So we had a very successful 2021 drill campaign. And there's actually just a couple drill holes yet remaining to be released to the public. But our campaign last year, we drilled just over 10,000 meters. We were really focused on resource expansion drilling. So just about, of course, when you're focused on that, you're going to have good success because you've already sort of figured out where the ore body is. And we did. We had great success, including one of the best intercepts ever drilled on the property, over 100 meters grading 0.96% copper, or a 1.18 copper equivalent. And within that, we had 21 meters grading over 2% copper. And that intercept, that was hole 11, that intercept, the entirety of the intercept was below the current modeled resource. So we're updating our resource, and we expect that hole, amongst as well as a bunch of other ones, are be able to significantly increase the tonnage that is present at Carmax.
What would you tell an investor about the Yukon? Why is it a good place for an exploration company to work?
Yukon is an excellent jurisdiction to work in. We're a member of the Yukon Mining Alliance, which is an alliance of over 20 junior exploration and senior companies in the Yukon that really promotes the territory as well as the industry. The government is one of the most supportive governments that you're ever going to have for the industry, so that is excellent. The relationships with local communities and First Nations is excellent. The mining industry is well understood in the Yukon. So like I say, it's a great jurisdiction to work in, and we've seen the majors continue to invest, including Rio Tinto, who put over $26 million into our neighbor, Western Copper. That project just been down the road from us. So excellent jurisdiction.
Tim, why does copper look so bright?
Well, I think as the world transitions to a green economy, as we move off fossil fuels, as the global transportation fleet goes from internal combustion engine to ICE to electric engines, all of these things demand a lot of copper. There's over 5.5 times more copper in a battery vehicle than an ICE vehicle. And as we go to solar and as we go to wind and just about any generation of electricity that you can imagine is going to require more copper. And there's a lot of that's going to have to get built out.
Are there any significant shareholders at Granite Creek we should be aware of?
Well, we have actually a family in the Yukon. They're a high net worth family that they are a major shareholder in the group. The company is just starting to attract some institutional investors, including some flow-through funds out of Eastern Canada. And we are starting to actually get some major interest in the company from some high net worth investors out of the US and Europe. So our shareholder base is changing slightly as we move from a pure retail to attract the institutional investors, and that's an ongoing transition.
Now, you mentioned the drill results that you've been seeing, Tim. Can you talk about some possible stock catalysts over the next 12 months?
Yeah, there's going to be a couple real big catalysts. Like I mentioned, there's still a couple drill holes to be released to the public, and we expect those any day now. And then once those are complete, we're going to issue our resource update. So we're updating the resource at Carmax. The last resource was published in 2017. We drilled 10,000 meters, which is about 25% of what the historic drilling had been. So we expect to be significantly grow those resources. And then once we've published that resource update, we'll be updating the preliminary economic assessment, our PEA. Again, the last one was published in 2017. We expect this one to be significant because not only are we increasing the resources, but this new PEA will bring both the oxide and the sulfide resources into view, and it will add some zones that weren't included in the 2017 PEA.
Tim, thanks for speaking with Kitco.
Thank you very much. It was a pleasure.